Hey guys, Jared here, and this is a very quick little video I want to do talking about some Kickstarters. And I do this periodically where I'll tell you about a different Kickstarter that I'm interested in or that I think maybe you would be interested in checking out. So the first one is one that ends in about 60 something hours. Probably at the time you watch this, it probably is going to be around 50 something hours. So basically around 2 days, a little bit over 2 days. I actually had to post 2 videos today because I wanted to get this video up so that you had a chance to go and check out this Kickstarter if you're interested. So anyways, this Kickstarter is for Saber Rider and the Starships. If you don't know what that is, it's basically an anime from the 80s, I want to say. I think like mid to late 80s. It was quite big here in Montreal. I remember like a lot of my friends watching it, and I had a blast watching it. And it was different from Macross and all those different things in Robotech and all that. I'm not going to get into the anime itself, but what's interesting is there were a lot of games that were made on Macross and other animes of the time, like Dragon Ball, for example. There's been like a bajillion games. But no one's ever made a game for Saber Rider. And, well, some developer wanted to change that, and so they did. So they ran a Kickstarter to basically get some funding to make a 16-bit run and gun shooter in the same style as like Contra for Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. And so at the time of this recording, I've written it down here, it's at $77,000 of $75,000. So they did it. It's done. The game has been successfully funded. Now, what's interesting is that Watermelon, these are the guys, they publish a lot of different games, like they were responsible for Pure Solar on the Sega Genesis, and also for putting it out on like the PlayStation and Xbox and blah blah blah. I'm actually waiting for my Dreamcast pre-order that I've had for forever now. And they also did another Genesis game, which I can't think of the name of right now. It was like a text adventure survival horror game. I actually want to review that one. I have that one. And so anyways, they announced that they're going to actually be publishing the Sega Dreamcast version of this game. Because you see, this particular game is going to be released on the Sega Dreamcast, the Nintendo 3DS, and Steam. But there's also icons they showed for Windows, Apple, or Mac, and Linux. So I'm not sure if it's just Steam on all 3 platforms. Most likely that's what it is. But then the big surprise for me wasn't so much the Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast, that gets fairly regular games. But for me, the big one was TurboGrafx 16. Wah wah. Yeah, they're actually going to be porting the game to the TurboGrafx 16 or the PC Engine, the Super CD-ROM format, obviously. So that's awesome. So anyways, I actually, I funded, let's see, what did I pledge? I pledged for the limited edition on the Sega Dreamcast and the limited edition on the TurboGrafx 16 because I'm crazy like that. So that one is, like I say, you got just over 2 days if you want to get in. The limited edition is exclusive to the Kickstarter, so if you want to get in on that, you basically have 2 days to do so. And the other one that I wanted to tell you about was for Dreamcast only, and this one is called Alice Dreams Tournament. I don't buy every single Dreamcast like homebrew that's released because I find a lot of them are released on multiple platforms after that. I really like when someone, dedicates I don't know, their time and effort to make a Dreamcast, either Dreamcast only or maybe release it on like 1 or 2 other games, systems rather, or I just pick up the ones that look interesting to me. That's why I didn't pick up, there was like a little platformer one. I can't recall what it is right now, but it didn't really tickle my fancy. When I saw it, I was like, nah, I prefer more like shooters and things like that. Anyways, this one though looks really interesting. It's called Alice Dreams Tournament. It's made by a French developer, and they were originally asking for 8,000 euros, and within what? I think it was like the first day, they're at 13,000, well, round, it's like 12,900 and something euros. So it's already funded. Boom. They posted all their stretch goals because unlike the Saber Rider game, this one still has like a month to go, or like 24 days or something like that before the Kickstarter is over. So there's a very good chance that they're going to hit some of their stretch goals. And the stretch goals include just new features and things like that to the game, which I like. So again, for this one, I pledged, I don't remember the money value, but for another limited edition thing, and it's got a cute little, it's like a light that goes over the VMU so you can play it at night. Even though I thought the VMU was backlit, but anyway, I don't recall. It's been a while. Anyways, what Alice Dreams Tournament is, and very cool, man. It is a 4-player Bomberman-inspired party game. And if you recall from my Saturn review of Saturn Bomberman, I am a huge fan of that style of game. This one comes with 6 different gameplay modes, but I'm sure depending on the stretch goals, I'm sure they're going to add like different things. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to just mention that. The Dreamcast is seeing some really high quality titles as of late. There's that RPG that's coming out, what is it, Elysium Shadows or something like that. That one I've got on pre-order. There's Pure Solar HD, which obviously won't be HD on the Dreamcast, but I wanted the Dreamcast version, so I've got that. And now with this, we've got Saber Rider, and we have Alice Dreams Tournament. Saber Rider, though, for me, is going to be more towards the TurboGrafx 16, more so than the Dreamcast, just because it's a 16-bit game, so it's going to really fit well with the TurboGrafx 16. But still, with the Dreamcast, I really wanted to see, because they were saying they were going to do some VMU-specific stuff, so I was like, okay, cool. But with Alice Dreams Tournament, it's going to be a blast. Having 4 players here on a retro console, brand new game, I mean, it's awesome. Anyway, so if you're interested in any of that, I'll put links in the description below just so that you guys can check out the Kickstarters if you're interested. And like I say, I don't do these often, these sort of Kickstarter videos, but I know a few of you have been burnt with Kickstarter, like, you know, the games just didn't turn out the way you wanted or whatever, but so far, you know, knock on wood, I haven't been burnt, and if anything, all the games that I've pledged have really turned out quite well, including homebrews and indie releases. So, you know, I'm still a believer in this system, and the fact that we can continue to get new games is just awesome. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. Just if you're interested, go check out those games, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.